After organizing and paying for my sister's surprise birthday party, she stood on stage, grabbed the microphone, and said, "Honestly, I thought tonight would suck, but at least my real friends showed up." Everyone laughed while I stood there holding the custom cake I had spent hours making. I walked out without saying goodbye. Months later, she was posting online about how family betrayals hurt the most. "My name's Rachel. I live just outside Savannah, Georgia. I'm 36. I work nights as a nurse at a local hospital. I don't party much. I don't post much. I'm not flashy. I'm not the one people remember after a dinner or a wedding." That's always been Melissa. Melissa is my younger sister. She's 30, works as a freelance beauty rep, and she's always been the star of the show. People love her on social media. She's loud, flirty, stylish, and funny. But she's also sharp-tongued and selfish. I knew that. I've known it for years. But when you grow up playing second fiddle, it becomes normal. Ever since Mom passed 5 years ago, I've tried to step up. To hold the family together. Dad's not the warmest guy, and Melissa, well, she thrives on attention. So I kept giving. Birthdays, holidays, helping her with bills, watching her dog when she traveled. Always there. That's why, when Melissa started dropping hints about her big 3-0, saying she didn't think anyone would do something special, I decided I would. I thought, maybe this will be the thing that changes things between us. I spent almost 3 months planning her surprise birthday party. I rented out a rooftop bar in downtown Savannah. Melissa loved that spot. Always said it made her feel like she was in a movie. The place was expensive, but I took on extra shifts. Sometimes double. I missed sleep. I skipped dinners. I got a custom invitation designed. I reached out to her influencer friends, people I'd never met, just knew from seeing them tag her in stories. I invited our cousins, her friends from high school, old coworkers. I asked people to send me videos saying their favorite memory of her, and I stitched them into a short film. I baked her cake myself. Triple layer red velvet with homemade buttercream and little fondant roses. I stayed up late for 3 nights practicing the design. Burned my finger on the sugarwork. I even arranged for her to be brought in blindfolded, like a celebrity reveal. When she walked in, the look on her face, pure shock, then tears. I thought it was all worth it. People clapped. Music played. Drinks flowed. She hugged everyone. I stayed mostly in the back, managing the food and making sure the playlist stayed on beat. She never said thank you. Not once. But I figured she'd say something later. Maybe she was just overwhelmed. Then, about halfway through the night, she took the mic. She stood on that little stage in front of the rooftop garden wall, laughing, drink in hand, and said it, "Honestly, I thought tonight would suck." The crowd laughed. My heart sank. She glanced at me, then looked back at everyone else and said, "But at least my real friends showed up." More laughter. I was holding the cake. My hands were shaking. I wanted to scream. I wanted to say, "I planned this entire thing. I made this cake. I worked nights just so you could have your perfect night. And now you're standing up there like this all just happened magically without anyone's effort." But I didn't say anything. I set the cake down on the dessert table, turned around, and walked out. No goodbye. No scene. Just silence. Nobody followed me. Weeks passed. Then months. I didn't text her. I didn't respond when she sent me a TikTok, "You'd like this." I ignored the family group chat when they posted pictures of the party. I stopped joining Sunday dinners. I didn't tell anyone what she said on that stage. I didn't need to. Then she started posting cryptic Instagram stories. Quotes about betrayal and fake love. One said, "Some people are only around when they're needed." Then, the post that really pushed me. A black and white selfie. Tears in her eyes. Caption: family betrayals hurt the most. Comments rolled in. Her little online fan club saying things like, "You're too good for them," and "Don't let bitter people dim your light." I watched. I stayed quiet. But I was done staying silent. I didn't want revenge right away. At first, I just wanted distance. But then I saw how she twisted it, how she made herself the victim to her followers, our family, even her friends. She turned me walking away into some deep betrayal. She painted herself as the one who got hurt. That's when I knew I had to show people the truth. Not by yelling. Not by making some emotional post. But by slowly pulling the curtain back, piece by piece. First, I reached out to one of the cousins who had been at the party, Maya. She and I had grown apart over the years, mostly because Melissa always made fun of her weight in high school, but Maya stayed quiet to keep the peace. I texted her, "You remember what Melissa said on stage that night?" Maya replied instantly, "I do." I still can't believe it. I was so uncomfortable, but everyone else laughed, so I didn't say anything. That was all I needed to know. I started reaching out to more people who were there. A few admitted they felt awkward. Some said they'd assumed I was okay with the joke. But the more I spoke to people, the more they admitted Melissa had crossed a line. Then, I got an idea. I still had the video I made, the one with messages from all her friends and family, even a short clip of our mom I had dug out of an old camcorder tape, where she says, "Melissa, your big sister loves you so much." I uploaded it. No caption. Just the video. I didn't tag her. I didn't say anything. But it spread fast. People messaged me. "Wait, you made this? You did all this for her?" Others commented things like, "This is beautiful, Rachel. She was lucky to have you." Within hours, Melissa posted again. This time it was a screenshot of a text she sent me, "I see what you're doing. This is petty and you're making it worse." I didn't reply. I just let people start putting the pieces together. Then came the real twist. One of her influencer friends, Riley, DM'd me. She was at the party. She had reposted the video with a message, "Real ones don't need to prove anything." I thanked her. Then she sent another message. "By the way, I didn't want to say this earlier, but Melissa told a few of us that night that she was surprised you even showed up. That she only invited you to avoid drama with your dad." I stared at the message. My hands went cold. I hadn't been invited. I had planned the whole damn thing and invited her friends. But she had told them she was the one who invited me? That flipped something in me. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a misunderstanding. It was deliberate. She used me for the party. Took the spotlight. Then lied to her friends to make herself look better. That's when I knew I wasn't done. Not even close. I didn't sleep that night. I kept replaying everything in my head. Her smiling with the mic. The way people laughed. The way she twisted the truth to make herself look like the one left behind. She thought I was finished. She didn't know how much I still had. The next day, I called Aunt Doreen, our mom's sister. The one Melissa always faked being sweet around because Doreen controlled the family trust. "Hey," I said. "I know you saw that video I posted." "I did," she said. Her voice sounded tired. "I didn't realize how much you did for that party, Rachel. I'm sorry." "If I had known," Melissa told people I wasn't even invited. I said. "That she planned the party?" Doreen went quiet. "I have the receipts," I added. "Emails. Invoices. Screenshots." She sighed. "Rachel, she came to me a few weeks ago. Asking about the trust. Said she needed help getting access to her share early. Told me you'd cut her out of your life for no reason, that she felt unsafe around you." My mouth went dry. She said what? She was crying. Said you'd screamed at her and called her a fraud. Said you might be mentally unstable. I closed my eyes and clenched my jaw. She's always had a way of turning things, Doreen continued. But this is something else. I sent Doreen the full paper trail. Every email confirmation, every invite, every photo of me frosting that damn cake at 3 a.m. I even included a screenshot from the text where Melissa thanked me vaguely the next morning. Party turned out better than I expected. Thanks, I guess. By the end of the day, Doreen had frozen Melissa's request for early access to her trust. She won't get a dime, she told me. Not until she takes responsibility. But Melissa didn't stop. 2 days later, I woke up to a phone call from my dad. What the hell's going on? He barked. Melissa said you're posting lies about her? I laughed. A cold, dry laugh. She said what? She says you're trying to ruin her career. That she's getting hate messages. Rachel, what are you doing? I posted the birthday video, Dad. The one I made for her. You saw it. And you stood there laughing when she embarrassed me on stage. Did you forget that? He went quiet. Then muttered, it was just a joke. No, it wasn't, I snapped. She lied to everyone. She used me. And now that people are finally seeing who she is, she wants to play the victim. Dad hung up on me. I didn't care. But I could tell Melissa was unraveling. That night, I got a DM from someone named Sasha. I didn't recognize the name. Hey, the message read. I used to work with Melissa. She bullied me into quitting. Then another message, I saw your video. Just wanted to say thank you. You're not the only one she's done this to. I started hearing from others. A woman who hired Melissa for a makeup job. Melissa showed up an hour late, then bad-mouthed her on IG. A college friend she once ditched in Vegas. A business contact she ghosted after pocketing a deposit. And it hit me I wasn't her only target. Just the most convenient one. She thought because I was family, I wouldn't speak up. That I'd stay quiet, like I always had. Not anymore. I didn't even have to post anything else. The people she used and burned did it for me. And the more they spoke, the more her perfect online image started to crack. It all came crashing down in a matter of weeks. Melissa tried to save face at first. Posted a long, emotional, open letter about how she was struggling with her mental health. Said she was working through family trauma and asked people to please be kind. But it was too late. Screenshots were spreading. Old friends were tagging each other in threads. The same people who used to flood her posts with hearts and fire emojis were now asking questions. One of the influencers she had once worked with reposted a DM she sent, calling someone a nobody who rides my coattails. Sponsors pulled out. Her follower count dropped by the thousands. She turned off the comments. Then, she deleted her account. Gone. Just like that. About a week later, she showed up at my apartment. I didn't open the door. She stood there for 10 minutes, knocking. Then tried the buzzer. Then left a note. It read, "You didn't have to ruin my life. I'm still your sister." I stared at it for a long time. Then I tore it in half and threw it away. A few months passed. I kept working. Saw a therapist. Spent more time with friends I'd been too tired or too loyal to make time for before. I wasn't the same person I was before that night. And I didn't want to be. One day, I got a letter from Aunt Doreen. She'd officially restructured the trust. Melissa wouldn't be getting a cent until she completed a financial ethics course, therapy, and 3 months of community service. She blamed me for that, of course. But I didn't care. You want to know the truth? I did want her to feel what I felt. That helpless, sick feeling of being humiliated and ignored by the people who are supposed to love you. I wanted her to look in the mirror and not like what she saw. And she did. But I also had to face something. I let it happen too long. I made excuses for her for years. I kept giving and giving, hoping she'd finally see me as more than her backup. That was my mistake. Melissa didn't ruin me that night. She just revealed what I refused to admit. She never saw me. And now? She never will. Because I'm done standing in the background. And I'm never walking back in that room again.